time for the LowcoSports Lowdown. Here are your hosts, Justin Jarrett, Wes Kerr, and Max Araj.
Hey, LowcoSports fans. Welcome to a Monday night edition of the LowcoSports Lowdown. Guest-heavy edition tonight. We're going to have two waves, two shifts, to use the parlance of Ron Fudala's Sand Shark men. We'll have a couple shift changes tonight. We'll have a lot of people moving through, talking about a lot of stuff, but good to be here on a Monday night. I've heard some complaints about the new countdown music. You can lodge those to StreamYard because we're at their mercy on that. I don't know when or why the music changed on the countdown, but it did. But you'll get used to it. Bracken doesn't like it. I think it just makes him feel too much. It's kind of emotional for countdown music. It's got some vibes to it, but.
I need like getting into it kind of music.
Yeah, it is a little bit of an odd choice, but
it's like elevator music. It kind of feels like elevator music.
Yeah, definitely, or hold music. Yeah. So, but we got a full lineup of guests tonight. We're gonna have Bracken Lambert and our super awesome friend Jeff Riley joining us to put a bow on the men's basketball team's run to the Peach Belt Championship game yesterday and what that all means and looking ahead and all that stuff. We'll allot a little bit of time to that. And then we're going to talk with Paul Lagan and Dante Stevenson and Isla Lagan, and I'm not sure who else, from the 10 and under Bluffton All-Stars who won the girls basketball rec state championship this weekend, which I'm sure, Max, you're familiar with that whole ordeal.
Yes, I am. Yeah, really
we have highlights too.
Yeah, really big deal. We had state tournaments going all around the Beaufort County area this week. We had the 10U boys state tournament taking place at my home gym at Burton Wells in Beaufort. Great tournament, really fantastic. Florence and Loris taking the wins in both divisions of 10U boys basketball, and then so one of our Beaufort teams. Not a lot of our Beaufort teams made it past the districts, but we did have a 8U girls team that made it to the state tournament, lost in the state finals to Bluffton. Bluffton's 8U girls, and so Bluffton's 8U and 10U girls won state titles this week. That's huge for the Bluffton area.
Okay.
And it was only a 3-point game. It was only a 3-point game between two of the 8U teams, and I know one of the girls on Beaufort's 8U's team. She was not happy when she got back to Burton Wells, but it is what it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and it's just part of it, but it was a great weekend. I'm very tired still from it. Worked basically 12 hours, 2 days in a row for Burton Wells, running around, making sure the tournament would go as smoothly as possible. So, but yeah, it was a great weekend. It was
better than 12 hours, 2 days in a row at some other job that won't be named.
I enjoyed every hour of it. Every hour, every minute of it. It was very fun to watch, but it was very tiring at the end. I got home last night and I just was like, I'm gonna need a little bit of a break. So
well, and we lost the hour of sleep, which my body's still out of whack, and I don't understand how just 1 hour difference can put you so out of whack. But that combined with my whole equilibrium's off today anyway because I didn't go to school to start.
I think the Monday after daylight savings is, from all I've heard from teachers, is one of the worst, the toughest days of the year.
It sucks.
And then it was rainy on top of it. Just everything about it was a
but
rough
yesterday, because I had to wake up at 5:30 on both Saturday morning and Sunday morning, and of course with daylight savings on Sunday morning. It was me losing an hour of sleep and then waking up at 5:30 in the morning, and it was still dark until about 7ish. So it just I
did not see 5:30 on Sunday.
I had to, unfortunately.
I didn't see 10:30 by the time that clock had moved ahead.
But yeah, it was a great weekend for Beaufort County and specifically the Bluffton girls basketball programs that they have over there at the Buckwater facilities, which, by the way, if you've never been to the Buckwater facilities, they are fantastic. Fantastic facilities.
They got nice batting cages over there too. I know the McCracken baseball team got some swings in there today since they're rained out.
Boys over there one day.
Well, we got some good swings with the plastic cricket bat hitting tennis balls today in the gym. That was fun. Baseball, softball combined, rainy day.
All three of my baseball players whiff on on a tennis ball with a plastic cricket bat. But hey, at least we're getting there. I'm very excited because we got our first official game on Friday at 2:00 at Hardyville.
Yeah, the spring fling. The kids can get out of school early for $3 and
Yes.
go to the 2:00 baseball game, and then we
Yes.
have
Very
soccer
exciting.
lined up all afternoon and evening. So,
Yep.
ice cream and I don't know what all coming out. So food trucks or whatever.
I'm
It's gonna
very
be cool.
excited. It's gonna be
But
a great game.
all right. Well, that's a good amount of chit chat, banter at the top of the show. The show is sponsored by Mickelson Law Firm, our all-star sponsor, our original sponsor, supporting Loco Sports since the beginning, and they're our official real estate closing attorney and presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage. But they can help you with all your legal needs right in downtown Bluffton. Call on Mickelson for all your legal needs. And tonight they present our first guest, Bracken Lambert, and our super awesome friend Jeff Riley. What's going on,
Hey.
guys?
How you doing?
Good evening. Good evening.
Good to see you, fellas. Unfortunately, we are not celebrating the first Peach Belt Conference championship other than Finnegan's.
He's two-time.
Yeah, exactly. He's got
We
two,
were, yeah.
but
We're
it was going to be the
2
first
years.
non-mascot championship if the men could pull it off yesterday. Came up a bit short, but man, what an incredible season it's been. And Jeff, I've got some photos I'll pull up in a little bit, but I know you were devastated to see him lose, and especially to see our guy Ollie get hurt. That was tough.
Oh,
Bracken,
the
you have
toughest
any
part for
updates on
me.
that? Lambert, you just replied as Loco Media, bro.
Oh, okay.
You are not you when you post in here. What have we heard anything on Ollie?
No news on Ollie. He's supposed to get ready because he was drafted by the Puerto Rican League earlier this year. He's supposed to be back in Puerto Rico in like the next week or so.
Oh wow.
So no news right now. Just say an extra prayer, make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
We should mention, for those who didn't watch the game, he seemed to have suffered some sort of knee problem. It looked like it was his knee. But I hope he's okay. That was
lower leg to say the least, and he went to the trainer and then came back in. Looks like Jeff got gremlined again. Went to the trainer, tried to come back in and give it a go, and it didn't.
Yeah, he made a move.
Yeah.
He tried to make a move, and it just didn't. It looked like his knee kind of buckled up when he made the move. It was very unfortunate to watch. I hope he's okay, and I really cannot wait to see him playing in Puerto Rico. It's going to be really fun to watch him try to thrive in the Puerto Rican basketball league.
And that was kind of the death knell for them. It felt like. I mean, they hung in there for a little bit, but man, they really missed him.
They were able to sustain pretty much every time Aiken went on a run until those last couple of minutes. Whether it was strong takes a hoop or a couple of timely threes, they were able to withstand a couple. But when it came down the stretch, when you saw what happened, there were a lot that ended up unfortunately being a huge blow as we got towards the end of that game. And it definitely hurts. Never doesn't hurt when you lose in a championship game like this, especially with how tight it was. I mean, you could say the final score was USC Aiken 92-76. It didn't feel like it was a 14-point game. It was
not even close.
And the commentators mentioned that at the end. They were like, the final score is not going to tell the story. It was a battle. And the way it started, I thought it started off really well for USCB. 25-24 after the first quarter. We're playing at our pace. They had just played 5 extra minutes the night before. And all their guys play 5 more minutes than ours anyway, at least, So I thought, man, we're going to have the legs down the stretch. But I think – and then, it's still, even when Ollie got hurt, the first thing that happened after he got hurt was Cool Hand Luke comes in and bangs a 3. And you're like, next man up, let's go. But they just couldn't sustain it. And, their bigs were tough. We got into foul trouble. And
that's what I'm going to mention is the fouls at the end of the game.
Yeah,
it was a very evenly matched game, like an evenly called game. till about 7-minute mark left in the game.
Agreed.
Because then it got to the point where anytime Jermon went up, he was called, we got called for a foul. Anytime we drove to the basket, because Aiken was in foul trouble early. They already had 5 fouls at like the 14-minute mark or close to the second media timeout. And so it was like, okay, hey, we're going to drive and we're in 1-1. It was like 7-4, 7-3 in fouls midway through the second half. And then after that, it was like USCB foul, USCB foul. Like, I mean, we were in the bonus within 30 seconds.
And I mean, I think
you don't want to blame the referees.
No, I definitely don't.
No.
It definitely wasn't them. But I will say overall, the Peach Belt officiating is not bad, but it is sort of frustratingly inconsistent.
You can nitpick
even within the course of a game. It will ebb and flow what we're calling and what we're not.
Yeah, I mean, you can nitpick that about most every college conference.
Sure.
There are officials that sometimes they miss those important. Hey, it's stressful for them as well. They're calling like this is a big game for them to officiate. I mean, this is a championship game. I mean, they earn this opportunity. They only take the best to officiate this game.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I would also say in favor of Aiken, they had a really good game. I mean, they had a good game plan going into that game too, and it was back and forth through the first half, and then I think
team.
That they are a very tough. I mean, we watched them here a couple weeks back, and they were showing very extreme toughness against USCB.
It took everything we had to get them. Everything we had that night.
And
so it's going to be
Jermon, dude, is a beast. I can't wait to see when he goes to play professional ball. And thank God I don't have to see him again on our court next year.
I assume he's out of eligibility. I sure hope so.
I think
no offense, sir, but I'm ready for someone to pay you to play overseas.
But we'll say this because I want to give a shout out to the best floor mopper in the entire PBC.
The best.
Yeah. Because
Jeff Riley.
Yeah.
The biggest complaint that was heard, there was no one was floor mopping at Columbus State.
Right.
What? Really? Put Jeff on the bus next time, and Jeff will take care of that.
Hey, you know what? We'll provide the mops. Jeff, you go up with the team and bring. We got your partner in crime, Bo Ponce, and she literally.
Why was
you got to take Jacob too, right?
Jacob. That's security. Yeah,
but,
Jacob.
I mean, but our two moppers, we could have if Jeff was gone, Bo Ponce was already there, man. She was the Ponce was went up and killed it.
Yeah, I have a question in regards to that. Then, did they have floor moppers for that Columbus State game? I didn't get to watch that game.
No,
they didn't.
Not at all for a conference championship game.
They had people there. They did not mop the floor.
That's
the thing I've ever heard.
Right, for a conference championship game. I mean,
they were hosting semifinals as well.
Games, either one.
And they didn't mop the. That's stupid. I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. Why would, especially on your home floor, you're even for your game against USCB in Columbus State, you didn't have mops for that game either. That's ridiculous. I cannot believe that's possible. I wasn't paying enough attention to that, but.
Well, it also kind of surprises me because the conference says that they don't get to do the normal home game setup in terms of they don't get special announcements and all that kind of stuff. It's a neutral site even though it's at a home court. But during our game, the cheerleaders and the dance team came out multiple times.
Was it different in the first round versus the semifinals and finals?
Well, if you had brought a cheerleaders and dance team, I presume they would have been able to go out.
The quarterfinal round was treated like a home court game,
but the quarterfinal game was treated as a home game.
Right. But was it different when you got farther?
Yes. Once it went to the semifinal, so once it went to Columbus, it was a neutral site, even though it was Columbus's home court. But I mean, overall, it's still, that's really nitpicking. I didn't really care. I didn't really care when I saw the cheerleaders and dance team walk out there. It didn't bother me at all. But it bothered me that they didn't mop the floor.
Right. We'll it would bother me if they.
Yeah, they needed Jeff. They needed Jeff.
They needed Jeff.
You should have sent me on a private jet from the before, like the Frogmore Airport. That would have been cool.
I mean, Frogmore Airport. You got a direct flight Frogmore to Columbus.
We have Hilton as one of our sponsors, so maybe we can.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. That sounds good to me. Get a flight out of Savannah and just hop on over to Columbus real quick. For USCB basketball, what an incredible season. I mean, Sunday it just wasn't their day on Sunday, and there's always gonna be that kind of game. And they fought hard. I mean, I watched that entire game. It was great to just see. It was great to just see USCB play.
Even though they shot, they shot 9 of 35 from 3, which is certainly much less than
they were 18 of 36 the day before.
I mean, it's hard to maintain that level of that clip, but at the same time, you just there were a couple of threes that went in and out. I thought they were going in, and then they just fell back out.
But I think
Lucas had a couple of them.
I think the entire NCAA Division II is taking notice from what USCB did this season. I mean, 100%. And I think
that's common.
I wonder what the portal is going to be like, because I think Red said it, but also the broadcaster for Columbus State said it. Imagine this team with a big.
Right.
Yes.
And imagine, Aiken had Jermon and another kid who was 6'10", who went like 1 for 8 from the free throw line or whatever it was for the year. Just imagine if we are able, and we were talking with Luke. We had a strength and conditioning coach interview today, on in-person interview, and we were talking before we all went in and met with them. But I was like, I mean, imagine if we had a big, and he's like, honestly, man, like, look what we did without a big.
Right.
Exactly.
Was Dom.
It's not even. We don't even need a big so much as we need like another 6'7", 6'8". Maybe even 2 more 6'7", 6'8" that can kind of play away from the basket. But what you don't want is a big lumbering guy who can't get up and down the court, because it's just not going to work.
More of that force kind of guy. A powerful.
Slow down. A little overload.
Too many people talking at once, one at a time.
Look at the pace that USCB ran the offense this year. I mean, with a big 6'10" guy, you better hope he has some legs, to be able to keep up with that offense. Because they played small ball to perfection this year. It was so much fun to watch, and it was really good to see.
But they do need a rim protector. They need somebody who can.
Someone who can play, someone who can play.
Because Dom can do it, but it's easy to draw one guy away from the basket, and Dom's one of your better defenders at the top of the defense too. So you don't necessarily want him sitting in the paint. So no, I mean, I have no doubt that they know better than we know what they need to get to the next level, and they're going to go out and it's going to be a really attractive pitch to a lot of people to come play in this environment for this guy. In this program, I mean, it's special. It's really special.
Recruiting session.
Yeah, you get to be friends with Jeff too. That's part of the sales package.
I mean, that's all you need.
It's a sales package.
Jeff, you've got a few photos here that you sent me that you wanted me to pop up here. So what are we looking at here?
This is from the 3-on-3 Special Olympics practice today at the Cove.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So we got a couple different photos from that, and then got this one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Jeff, Jacob, Nick, and Tyler
Island. This is after the practice in the 5 and 5.
And Jeff, did you see you got a shout out here from your friend Gina Montford, your friend and all
thank
of
you,
ours?
thank you, Gina. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, Gina was excited to see you on the show tonight. Mark Renix thinks they should make a run at Cooper Flag. I don't know. His mama kind of, she kind of crazy.
Who was the kid that you were talking to after the?
So that was Jason Britchke, 6'7", out of Hilton Head Prep, who's just been a year at Lakeview Prep in Lakeview Academy, something like that, in Florida. And their whole team was at a game recently. It might have been the Aiken game. They were passing through, and they stopped and saw the game. So I was talking with Jason and his buddy who plays with him there, who's 6'8", and apparently they were both kind of hanging around to talk to Coach after, because they've been talking to him. So I don't know, a little homecoming. Jason Britchke, he kind of fit the mold, a 6'7" guy who can run the floor, but is content to do dirty work and sit in the paint on defense and protect the rim and body somebody up all night. Could be cool. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I know. I'm excited to see what he does in the offseason.
Paul Legan from the green room says nightmares of Jason B. He was on the Hilton Head Christian Academy staff during Jason's senior year when they went head to head. So
I talked to my buddy Kyle yesterday.
Kyle Pulse.
Yeah, before bowling practice, video chatted with him and said, I asked him if he's excited about the game yesterday. He said, yeah, they looked really excited, but I guess Aiken was the better team, I guess.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. But you got to video chat with Kyle before the game? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got
that's really awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You got all the best hookups, Jeff.
I agree with Jeff. I think anyone who's a USCB fan, I agree with Jeff on this, was excited to just get to see one of our programs be able to compete for a conference.
That was juiced up.
Yeah,
it was great. It was great to see it. It was great to see it, and I can't wait to see more of it out of this program, because just think, the fact that they didn't get to play in the NCAA tournament this year, and they could definitely have made the NCAA tournament with the record that they had, the games that they played. I really cannot wait to see what next season beholds, and I can't wait to see how the recruiting session goes.
And that's really, when you look at what they did this year, getting as far as they did, that's only going to help recruiting even further. And you can give that pitch like this team's already competing for conference championships, and now you look ahead to what this team, even just what they lost in year one, and then what they were able to build on and add in year two. I just think that now that you're potentially and hopefully everything goes well and we'll be full-fledged members come the summer, that you're going to get guys that are going to be committed to making this program even better and propelling it to potentially some deep national runs in the future. And Fudala, certainly it seems like he has that vision of continuing to propel this team to even greater heights down the road. And it really all starts with, the guys who laid the foundation. And I look at those seniors like, Kyle and Kenny, Ali, and then Earl, who joined us this year. Everyone played a role in the younger play. I mean, look at Eason, what he's done already. Wow. The foundation has been laid for this team, and now you're going to see, and I think that the success for the men's team, I think it's going to rub off on the women's team as well, to see the success that they have had,
no question,
and to see what could be building for the women's squad as well, especially if they have the more health luck next year and they continue to add as well. I just think the success could build off each other going forward.
Plugging Primo and CC into that backcourt automatically makes you a lot better.
The highlight of the season, I love that interview JJ you did with Ron then.
When he was slamming the table.
Yeah, I love that.
I've gotten a lot of run out of that.
I'm gonna invite Ron. I want Ron to come to a basketball practice for Special Olympics and do conditioning for our team. 5 and 5
yeah.
So I'm inviting
people
Ron
cry.
if he's listening to come out on Monday night to.
Well, he was out there tonight, right?
I didn't see Ron there, Coach Ron.
Well, I don't know. This might be a picture from a different time, but that's a picture with you and the team. There we go.
Me and the team.
I see. Gina just sent that over to me.
I love that.
That's a tremendous picture.
Yeah,
you and the squad.
Picture, yeah.
You in the middle with the mop.
Yeah, middle of the mop. Yeah.
Yeah. Wes, you mentioned.
We'll put Jeff. We're gonna put you on the website. We need to go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
On the roster. On the roster at the bottom.
Yeah,
we'll put him on the staff directory.
There you
go.
Put him
in the staff directory.
Yeah.
That way he's.
Well, I think he's coming to visit me at the Ville tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm coming there
tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, is he coming tomorrow morning? Well, great.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm going to be there tomorrow morning.
He sure is.
So. Wes, you mentioned the women's basketball team.
Yep.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, they had beaten Georgia Southwestern a few weeks back in the Cove. And if I'm not mistaken, did that same Georgia Southwestern team just play for a title as well on Sunday against North Georgia? Obviously, they lost because that North Georgia team was just unreal.
They're a unit.
But it shows me that this USCB women's team can beat anyone.
They're not
they can when they're healthy, and I really look forward to next season for them. But it's just crazy because I mentioned in the last show, it's crazy that in a span of 15 months, this men's program has gone and just played their first ever
complete unknown to playing for the conference title.
What an incredible journey, and it's only the beginning of this journey. It's only the beginning, and there's so much more to come.
We always say basketball in the Low Country is here to stay.
Yeah,
I think they're definitely a preseason Southeast region
USCB.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree with Bracken on that. They're definitely going to be a preseason top 10.
And what's Ferdala say? He says, "Want to keep making our community proud and keep getting better."
If I'm not mistaken,
ambassador for basketball.
Yeah, we discussed that, Gina. We talked about how they needed to charter a jet to get Jeff up there on the mop because Jeff is the best of the best.
Oh, I should have rode with Gina if they do that. I should have rode up. When did
they need to put you on the team bus next year? I think you need to go to every game. We need to get an answer though. Oh,
next year,
true. We will be hosting as the top seed. That's right. But we do need to know: did Finnegan or did he not wear the shamrock that Jeff gave him? Because that might have been the difference.
He didn't wear the shamrock.
Was Finnegan there? Was he there?
I don't think Finnegan was there.
He was there.
I don't think Finnegan made the trip.
That was our problem. We needed Finnegan vibes.
We needed Finnegan MD too.
But hey, guys, I'm gonna have to play referee here because we do have a 10-year-old in the green room waiting to talk to us, and it is a school night, so I'm gonna have to cut it short on the USCB talk.
Just final thoughts, real quick, in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. Final thoughts, Jeff. We'll let you lead off, man. What a great season, huh?
Yeah, it was an awesome season. I enjoyed mopping and just bringing a smile to these guys' faces on the team, and unbelievable season.
Yeah, you've told me a few times that you've noticed that you have a way of making people smile and brightening their day. So I love how you try to use that superpower when you see somebody's down or they're going to be down. You wanted to go greet the team when they got home and cheer them up, but we weren't sure what time they were getting in, but I'm glad you got to see them tonight. Bracken, final thoughts, buddy?
One of them, players,
Oh, just one of them?
Just one of them, yeah.
Fantastic season. It's something that you don't get to see very often, and you don't get the opportunity very often to play for a conference championship. So to be able to do it in year 2 and to watch the team camaraderie and just to see it grow and to see how the university really embraced everybody. And it wasn't just, it was the complete, everybody was there for both women and men's team. And it's going to pour over to baseball and softball. It's going to pour back in the fall with women's soccer and cross country when we have our home meet at the field. Right. So it's
the energy is going
to be the start of everything. And it's really going to grow and expand and get better every single year. So, and joyous
but
rage.
Remember, winning is hard, and cherish it cherish the wins because
right.
you know, we thought we were going to be going back year after year for that bite-sized steak in Idaho, and we never made it back, and now it's not even on the radar anymore. So you know, cherish it when you get there, enjoy it.
Yep.
But Jeff, we'll see you in the morning. Thanks so much for joining us and for brightening everybody's day. Bracken, thanks so much, brother, and we'll see you around wherever the Sand Sharks are playing.
Richard Gray, yeah, baseball.
Yeah.
We'll be back on the rewind here soon. We're getting everybody's.
Yep, we'll see you tomorrow for some baseball.
That's right.
What were you saying, Jeff?
Also, on the 19th of April and the 26th, our Special Olympics team, we're going to be playing in some tournaments. So wish us luck. Get out.
Your basketball? The basketball team? We will. Posted. Yeah, keep us posted, and we will definitely get you back on here to report on that for us.
And I'll keep Bracken posted and Gina and everybody.
Sounds good.
All right. Take care, boys. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Fins up.
Fins up. Jeff Riley and Bracken Lambert peacing out on us. And we will give you a few sponsors, then we'll get to our next guest. But it was a great season of USCB basketball for sure, and already looking forward to November.
Already missing it. I'm sad it's over.
I know. I'm really sad it's over. But also, it was I had too many pans in the fire at the moment, and so having that one out of the fire is a bit of a relief. But already looking forward to November nonetheless. We welcome Hudson Seafood House back to the Loco Booster Club. Great place for seafood, sunsets, and cocktails on Hilton Head Island, and presenting sponsor of Under the Bus. We had a new episode on Thursday, got a new one coming up this week. We got to figure out what night's going to work for all our goats, Curry Kirkpatrick, Bob Stevens, and Rich Basirico, as well as myself to produce that thing. And then our new sponsor, Hilton Head Furniture. Great quality handmade furniture from right up the road in Hickory, North Carolina, sold right on Hilton Head. Not your big box furniture, but the good stuff that lasts a long time. The kind of stuff that you hand it down to your kid. Like, I'm getting a new recliner. You want this old one? It's still good. That kind of stuff. That's what they got at Hilton Head Furniture, our new sponsor. And they present our next guests. One of them has wandered away, but one of them is here. Paul Lagan joining us along with his daughter, one of our stars, Isla. What's going on? How y'all doing? And there he is, Dante Stevenson, the head coach. What's up, buddy?
Coach.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? We're joined by the state championship 10U basketball team from Bluffton. Great job, guys. Tell us a little bit about this team and about this weekend.
Go ahead, Coach. Are you on mute? You good?
Oh, we can't hear Coach.
Can't hear him.
Can't hear him? You can hear me, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I got you, Paul.
All right. Well,
we'll let Coach keep working on it. We'll let Paul tell us a little bit about it.
Give him a second. Well, with Journey started a couple weeks ago. We put our all-star team together, and we're up in Orangeburg last weekend to get a couple games in. We did very well there. Had to play a tough Buford team. Had to play a tough team from North Charleston, which is, like Max was saying earlier, typically the challenge is to get out of that bracket. We were able to do that. And we moved on this weekend, and this weekend was about a tough Malden team. Really was the challenge all weekend. So, but the girls were fantastic. It was really great to see. Great to see the support from the community. Great to see when you go to different tournaments. I've been going to these all-star tournaments with various teams. Many of them not my own children. Started back in 2017. We moved here. With my basketball background, wanted to get involved, and you go see all these tournaments, you go play in all these gyms, and to be able to come to the Bluffton Rec Center and play a tournament that's so well run, so well prepared. Daryl Catola out there, you've got Evan Christian out there, you got Ted Sochowski running the scores table, Ray Alonzo walking around. You feel so confident in what's going on with the Bluffton rec program. It's great to see.
Yeah. And the 8U won it as well?
The 8U won it as well. So it's my understanding that the 10U girls won in 2017, but that was our only state championship as a community, and we pulled off 2 this year. So that's pretty
amazing. And the
cool.
younger age groups too. That's a great sign of
younger
what's
age group.
coming.
I know Coach Terry at May River had her feelers out watching, and Coach Boddington at Bluffton was there the whole time. I really think she may have been at every game.
Well, I think a couple of those girls have been training with us at our One Loco clinics on Sundays and stuff. We're super excited to see that the kids that have been taking advantage of the opportunity to come out and get a little extra work and training are having it pay off. That's awesome to see. Coach, are you with us now?
Hello? Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, we got you, buddy.
There we go. All right.
I had to get my wife to help me out a little bit.
Your tech support. We all need a good tech support person.
Oh yeah.
So no problem at all. But Coach Dante Stevenson join us now, and you're a Jasper County guy, right?
Oh yeah, I graduated from Jasper County High School, so I'm kind of local.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I'm teaching at Hardyville now, so I'm sure you and my guy Rayleigh have stories.
Yeah, I know Coach Rayleigh. Yeah,
right.
I coached with Coach Kirkland at when he was at Ridgeland High.
At Ridgeland, okay, yeah. The glory days for Ridgeland football in the modern era.
The good old days. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
well, tell us a little bit about how you got involved with coaching this group of girls, because I understand from talking to Coach Paul that you kind of these girls have kind of come up with you. You've been coaching a bunch of them for a long time, and so this particular group was near and dear to you.
Oh yeah, I mean I've coached like several of them since 6U, at least 8 of the 9, and I've coached with Isla on the 8U All-Star team. And so every year I said I'm not going to coach again, but they keep drawing me back. And I just love these girls to death. Those are some sweet girls, a great group. And I just love them to death. I didn't want it to end, even though I wanted to win the championship. I just wanted to keep going, even though I was tired and I wanted it to end. But it was like I just didn't want it to end. I think I might have tailed up last night for a second. I didn't let them see it, but it was kind of sad to know it was over.
I hear that, brother. I've been on those magical runs before, and there's something missing at the end of it. Isla, let's hear a little bit from you about Paul. You keep putting your thumb up, and your phone's picking it up. That's funny. Isla, let's hear some from you, because I think the last time I talked to you, you were like a tiny little girl hanging out at the baseball concession stand, and now you're a state champion. So, tell us a little bit about your teammates and your team and how you guys were able to get it done.
I feel like we were able to get it done because our teamwork, and we've been with each other for years now, and it was great to get back together because we played against each other all season.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was a good experience to play with them and accomplish what we wanted to accomplish.
That's fantastic. Talking about this experience and about your teammates and how fun it was to play for them during this tournament, during the season.
We've been with each other for years, and getting together and playing together, I feel like we did better because we know what to expect. And our coaches have helped us, and a bunch of people came out to see us, and it got us motivated to go play our best. And we didn't worry about winning. We just wanted to play and enjoy and have fun with it.
That's right. And the winning takes care of itself, right? We do have a couple of highlights here, and maybe you guys can let us know what we're looking at. I think I don't know who else involved. This here, is this the championship game?
This is the championship game.
All right. Volume down a little bit more so I can hear you guys.
You obviously can hear the volume in that gym. Was awe-inspiring. We had the boys teams were there, the AU girls, Coach Perry's girls representing like crazy. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and it was a back and forth game, right?
Yeah, we had we had lost to them in overtime earlier in the day after winning twice on Saturday, and we went into the fourth quarter essentially tied, 16-15, I believe, and it came together. The girls came together. What do you think, Isla? What changed?
I feel like we realized that what we were doing, and we realized who we needed to be guarding, and that we needed to see the court first one you see open, pass to.
Yeah.
Just work together to get it done.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Coach, who are some of the we know Isla was a standout. Who are some of the other girls that helped you pull this off?
Oh man, of course.
You can read. It's okay to read us the whole roster. That's fine.
Of course, Brooklyn was a key player for us. It's on the defense and the offense. Of
That's
course,
Brooklyn Brown.
Oh yes, sir, Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Brooklyn
she's
Brown.
been coming. She's been coming to training at the Ville.
Right,
she's a baller.
Exactly. Kenna did very well for us as well. Kenna Hughes, she's a really good player.
She's watching us tonight.
Shannon did really well with helping bring the ball up the court. Reagan, she's normally a shooter, but her shot was off, but she did really well with rebounding and defense. I think everybody pretty played a part, and that's what I loved about this team. We didn't really have one person that did everything. We had several people that contributed and did something. And as far as how we took it home, the piggyback on what Isla said, I got on them. I was fussing with them, and we had a coach say, don't fuss with them. And I got on them hard. And I told them in that first game, if y'all don't toughen up, we're going to lose this game and we're going to lose the next game. Y'all need to get tough because these girls are bringing it to us. And really, it was fun at that fourth quarter to see how everything came together. Where we was telling them how to break the press and how to get down court. It was just exciting to watch and to see them come together as a team and then bring it home.
Yeah, man, that's a great feeling. Great coaching, great job, all the way around. And what's that?
Absolutely. I mean, and he mentioned Reagan Stevenson. He's being modest with Reagan. Reagan, I would say throughout the year is the best shooter in the 10U group. She struggled a little bit shooting the basketball, but when we were in our first 2 or 3 rounds of practices and scrimmaging Coach Stachowski's 12U team, we had a real hard time weak side rebounding. And I think Reagan must have pulled off 7 rebounds in the championship game on her own. It was unbelievable. And that was things like that were fantastic. Teams pretty long, which normally is something we run into with the Charleston team beating us up. But we kind of had that this year, which was great to see. And Kenna Hughes shooting the basketball like crazy, and then all 10 of them. You had Charlie Grace Jarman in there. You had Kira Mailer in there. Juliana Long in there, who's was an 8U All-Star last year. Layla Goodman.
She's a dog.
Layla Goodman is a dog. Is all over the place, going hard, and it's really cool to see the way that they became friends and they were excited, and that fourth quarter, man, it what'd you do best in the fourth quarter?
Your mom.
Yeah. Most important thing in the gym's your mom. What's the second most important thing?
The ball.
The ball. And we protected the basketball, and it just changed. So, it really just changed. It was almost like you saw a switch go off between Isla, Shannon, Reagan, and Brooklyn mainly, where they spaced better. Shannon and Isla went back and forth on a string, and then were able to hit Brooklyn or hit Reagan, and we punished the press that gave us trouble for 7 quarters. So, and that's what changed. 7 quarters just turned. So it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And young kids are learning how to play the game fast at a young age. And that translates.
In front of a bunch of people screaming.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was really loud. I mean, because while you guys were playing your tournament, we up at Beaufort at Burton Wells, we were having our 10U boys tournament taking place as well.
And you can hear ours from there, Max?
Yeah, I probably could, but it would have been hard, being that it was extremely loud in our gym during that entire weekend. It was really great to see the Beaufort County area be able to thrive in basketball, especially women's basketball. It's such a growing sport here, and we've had such great talent over the years, and it's great to see what the future of women's basketball in the Low Country is looking like, and it's so great. To have two champions come out of Bluffton this year. It's been really, really
I mean,
wonderful.
we've talked all the time, but I'm really pumped about the future of girls basketball, especially with the success of you guys and more so the success as coaches. This is for the coaches, but just tell me about what it means to be part of this and to grow from the grassroots level basketball here in the Loco.
Well, as for me, I was speaking with texting with Kenna mom today, and she was just telling me how she appreciated what we did for Kenna or whatever, and it is so exciting because, and I was talking to Paul also. We got a group of girls at that age. If they come up together and we keep them together, I think they got a chance to get a state championship. But we got at least 6, 7, 8 girls who are really good basketball players. I mean, they're really good kids. They got good character. Matter of fact, after the game, some of the fans from the other team would come up. Y'all did a good job coaching. Your girls play the right way. They don't play. They don't play bad or whatever. And to be honest, if I was to try to teach my girls to play like that, they wouldn't be able to do it. But they're such good girls. Yeah. If they knock you down, they're gonna help you up. If they bump into you, they'll say, "Excuse me." And it was hard trying to get them to y'all gonna have to bring it. But they're so nice, But
I know the feeling, Coach. I've coached a bunch just like that. They're just sweet, sensitive kids, and you got to somehow get that dog out of them.
Because in Orangeburg, I called a timeout because I think the whole team was crying. I said, "What y'all crying for?" But that's just them, and that's how they get their frustration out. And in that last game, Paul he keeps getting on Isla, and we talked about it today. He laid back off her. And I think she had a turnover. I took her out and I yelled, but then I brought it to me. I said, "Look, you got this. You about to go right back in. So just get yourself together." And I put her back in, and then she balled out the rest of the game. And that is me. I coach all of them like I coach my daughter. I'm gonna yell at you, but then I'm gonna tell you, "Look, you got this. You can do this. I believe in you." And it is amazing to watch them grow. Like I said, I've seen all of them since knee high to now. It is, and I love all of them. It is wonderful. I can't wait for the future is to see them as they grow and get better.
Yeah, man. Just the beginning. Well, congratulations to all of you, and thanks for representing us well. And I wish there was something else for you to go on to, but this is it. So on to spring sports. Isla, are you playing other sports too, or are you all basketball all the time now?
The only sport I've been liking lately is basketball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the off
she's got to go watch the.
This is when you really start to have a chance to hone your game after the season ends. Yeah. This is when the best players get even better. She's
got to go watch some May River. She's got to go watch some May River varsity soccer too. So that's that's good.
But hey, definitely keep
sister Lexi in goal.
Yeah,
of course.
Lexi in goal. I think that was probably my proudest moment. Like Lexi's had some success early in her high school career, a freshman goalkeeper, and Lexi's all confidence and all courage, and she'll be the first one to tell you she's the best at every sport she picks up. So it's she's very outspoken that way, but to have her watch her little sister for 6 games get scratched and clawed, and her knees are black and blue, and she cried a couple times, but to watch her just keep coming in that fourth quarter and score 6 points to take them ahead, but also that just the way that her mindset and her demeanor changed. Yeah. And Lexi was the first one over there to hug her. So I mean that was that was my most proud moment of the weekend. That's when I teared up, Coach. That was pretty good. But it's really cool, and the community is fantastic. Bluffton Rec Sports, you think about little things like I mentioned my daughter Lexi, and Lexi as a 6-year-old, was on a rec soccer team with Alexis Smith, both playing goal together on the same rec team. And now you have Bluffton and May Rivers varsity goalkeepers going at it. And, Sharon McMahon was that coach that took them and started that love for playing goal with the two of them. And now look at it. And, my first rec team had Harry Skinner, Carnell Lawson, or Carnell Warren, AJ McCarthy. It had Carter Lawson. So there, and now you look at them, and it's but not nothing we do. It's just fun to be part of it and see them grow.
Yeah,
really
amen,
cool.
amen.
So,
it's really cool. We're lucky we get to be a part of it and help them along their way. But well, thank you, coaches, for all you do. You don't get nearly enough love, but we appreciate you, and you're the heart and soul of getting these kids ready for the next level and to go rep the Loco in high school and beyond. So thank you so much, and congratulations, Isla, and we'll see you around soon, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Y'all be well. Thanks so much.
Thank you much. Have a good one.
That's Coach Dante Stevenson, Coach Paul Legan, and the shooter, Isla Legan, from the state champion 10U All-Stars. I love it when we can
yeah, it's nice to be able to
like
talk to the younger, like just the the
It was a pretty pro interview for a 10-year-old.
Yeah, she did great, by
night.
the way, and yeah, fantastic interview, and a lot more success in her future on the court and beyond. So just great to talk to her, and great to talk to these coaches. And as you said, they don't get thanked or appreciated enough because they are so valuable to the success of these student athletes and these incredible boys and girls. So. Especially at the younger level, it's critical. I mean, if you put a kid in the right direction, that makes all the difference. It makes
it really can. Just having one really good coach who really cares and pours into them and develops a love for the game can be enough to keep them playing. One bad one can put them off from any sport too. I mean, that's the flip side of it. So you just gotta. It's a responsibility when you take it on, and you have to take it seriously, that you have a responsibility to try to make it a positive experience for every kid, and that's different for every kid. For some kids, the positive experience is playing that one inning and then getting in that dugout to eat those snacks. And you got to recognize that that's what makes that kid have a positive experience sometimes. And that's true. Paul Egan just said in the chat, or the private chat, that I was his son's all-star baseball coach. That was 8U All-Stars. Wasn't my proudest moment when I got ejected from the 8 and under all-star tournament, but it was deserved. But what I said was also deserved, and I was told I was correct. And it was a whole thing, a story for another day. But I think Cole was central to that. I think he was the runner who ducked to avoid a throw at first base, and they called him out for sliding head first into first base. And I'm like, whoa, that's not what he did at all. And then I commented on how that gentleman had been doing at his job all night long, and I said it loud enough that the other guy, R.I.P. Bud Sullivan, sent me. It was. Paul confirms that was Cole who ducked at first base. He ended up on second, and he was going to be the tying or go-ahead run, but instead they called him out, and we ended up losing, and I crashed out. But lessons were learned that night. It was good times. But Cole is a sweetheart, and the Legan family, terrific people. Happy for him. Didn't mean to bring that one up. No, I love it. It's a great story to tell. I've only been ejected from 2 games. That one and another one where I totally didn't deserve it. But it is what it is. I didn't say nothing. I said joker. I call everyone a joker. I was just searching for an adjective, a noun. And I said that joker, and they took offense. Rabbit ears. Got to go sit by the river and eat a Italian ice and watch on Game Changer for the rest of the day. Can't do that in high school. You get a fine. So I gotta mind my P's and Q's. But I'll tell you what, it's hard sitting on the other side of the fence. You can't say. I mean, you can say more on the other side of the fence, but also you can't say as much.
Like the boundaries.
You're not part of the game. And so, man, it's hard sitting over there when they're
Ooh,
making
yeah.
the
If you're
carnival game.
I feel bad. I mean, it's
I
just
have
when
to go on a lot of walkabouts during the tournaments. I
Yeah.
can't sit down,
Yep.
or I'll get sent to the
Mm.
car. But it's ADHD, right? I just can't help
Right.
but
You
say what I
wanna
need to say. I don't know how much we had going on tonight in the Loco. It was very, very soggy out there.
Yeah, I mean, possibly soccer, if the fields got better, because obviously
Well, the
baseball.
turf fields, anywhere there
Yeah.
are turf fields, they might have played. I will say that tomorrow's game, May River at Hardyville, the home opener at Hardyville, will be played in Ridgeland
Mm.
at the turf
great.
field. Yeah, at the turf field, unfortunately.
Hmm.
So that was a bummer. I do know that Hardyville girls soccer played tonight and at Johnson in Savannah and won 7-1. So I know
Very
that
nice.
much.
See that?
Very nice.
I haven't really gotten around to
Yeah,
checking on much of
I was
anything
looking
else.
forward to calling that Hilton Head Christian Hilton Head I game, and
Yeah, me too.
I will not be there Wednesday since I will be on the call for USCB.
Neither will I.
Oh, you won't be there either? That's a bummer.
No.
We had such big plans.
And Max, we need you on some of these. I enjoy doing these games, but man, I'd love to have you as a partner. So I understand you're busy with work, but hopefully we can get you back on soon.
We are definitely.
Oh, we got Embry Riddle coming to the Ville?
Yes, we do.
And they're
for
going
a double or for a double?
Softball's also playing Embry Riddle this week as well.
But that softball's
that's
a
our
away.
old that's our old Sun Conference rival.
Softball's away
on the road.
Yeah, softball's on the road. Baseball's home. So it's not a double. Softball's on the road.
Gotcha.
Unless something changes.
I think they play. Hold on, I'm sorry.
I had that entered wrong.
Yeah, USCB softball. They are at Embry Riddle Wednesday. They played 2 on Wednesday.
Yes.
Baseball will play 1 tomorrow and 1 Wednesday against Embry Riddle, and they're going to be another challenging one for the Sand Sharks. Embry Riddle's off to a solid start, so midweek game. Hopefully, you're able to find a way to get some good outings, or at least it could be more of a bullpen style contest. Maybe you see a little bit more since you're playing 2, and you want to. But then again, you still have 3 against North Georgia this weekend, so it'll be to see how Ted Faulkner deploys the pitching staff, because they play a lot of games in a short time.
Well, I might be able to come over to the to Richard Gray on Sunday for the finale of the North Georgia.
That would be great, because Sunday I have to tend to a family member who is on Sunday I have to tend to a family member who's in serious condition. So
I'll talk to Bracken about that.
Yeah.
I have family matters to take care of that day. So yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, but because the weird thing is, on the schedule they're supposed to be playing. They're playing Embry Riddle. Well, according to the schedule, tomorrow and Wednesday. I don't know if that's right or not, or they changed.
That's listed as of now.
So I assume that's what they're doing, is playing a 2-day series against
cool.
Riddle.
Yeah.
So
and then a 3-day series this weekend at home against North Georgia. They need to win at least 1 out of 3 games against North Georgia. I know that North Georgia team is going to be difficult to beat, but
it's possible to find one to steal.
It's baseball,
one.
Man.
And if you get a lead early, I think you really try to go all in and get that one.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
100.
You need every win you can get. Forget winning the series. You need as many wins as possible in conference games. Winning series would be great to see, but getting as many wins as possible can give you a better chance of making the tournament overall. So,
you don't want to start from behind. You don't want to start too much of a hole. You don't want to lose all 3, which unfortunately they have, and that's tough to overcome. When you get swept, it's hard to overcome that.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't do. You got to get 1. Can't get swept.
Well,
But all right, boys. Well, let's start bringing it in for a landing because I'm tired. I did CPR training this morning. Shout out to the lady Liz at CPR training though, who brought in cookies, and the other people who wouldn't eat them because I just kept getting more cookies. It's a good deal for me. Shout out to our Loco Booster Club sponsors, Base Hit Life, baseball and softball themed apparel. Check them out. Live your best base hit life at basehitlife.com. They've got cool stuff over there. I need to get some new softball designs, as a matter of fact, now that I'm all in on softball. Dr. Ambrose Cole, official chiropractor. Find him at Rooted Living Wellness in Bluffton, and he'll get you feeling right, mind, body, and spirit. Reverence Wrestling Club, our official wrestling sponsor and presenting sponsor of the Loco Grind. Barefoot Floor Care of the Low Country. Floors so clean, your feet will thank you. And Jay's Barbershop, the place to be in Ridgeland, whether you need a haircut or not. But all the coolest people in Ridgeland get their haircut there, like Tony O'Banner and one time. Parting thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah, so some cool news to start off the week. At my alma mater. Because Stephen Curry making headlines.
Where's the jersey?
Today. He is coming back to Davidson in a way, because he just accepted a role as an assistant general manager to both the men's and women's basketball teams at Davidson.
Wow. To the general manager. Sorry, that's an office joke.
Okay, I you know, it's sad that I haven't watched as much of that series as I should, because it was the quintessential comedy series of this. It's
never too late for
never too late for that show. Golly,
but Steph Curry is going to become the first active player in pro sports history, in major pro sports in the country, to take on this administrative type role while playing in a big time major U.S. professional sports league. So this is a kind of big deal, and I feel like Steph is that person to take it on, because you see his love for this or for this college, and for the staff there, and for the players there. Not only is going to help the men's team, he's also going to help the women, and it's such a treat for us to have him back working for the school and having that passion to guide the school forward, because you don't see that from every alum of a school. He just has that special bond, because obviously when you think of Davidson, I think you think of Steph Curry. I mean, pretty much anyone will picture Steph Curry right away, because he put the program on the map, which is, I mean, obviously,
yeah, he's the only reason the majority of people even know Davidson exists.
Well, unless you have like a family member, because the great academic
but
schools,
I'm just saying for the majority of people who know Davidson exists, most of them wouldn't if not for Steph Curry.
Indeed.
Or if you live near Davidson, or if you
but like you don't have to live very far away from Davidson to not know about Davidson without Steph Curry. Like
if you're a basketball, like obviously if you're like even a casual basketball fan, you'll know the connection between Curry and Davidson. So it's awesome to see him continue to come back here. Well, he's come back for a couple of times just to visit, and he got his jersey retired finally after he graduated. He graduated a couple of years back, which was something he was planning to do, and he finally was able to get it done. Obviously, it's difficult playing in the NBA, but now he's taking on this extra role and joining the college as a staff member of this program, member of this athletic program, again as an assistant general manager, which is it's really cool. It's really cool. I feel like
which is a new role that's been created by the whole NIL system,
right?
This whole idea of a general manager.
I mean, he's gonna try to attract and recruit, and no better person to recruit to Davidson than the guy himself,
right? 100%.
Stephen Curry. So,
100%.
Especially after a couple lean years, a couple these last 3 years. Obviously, Bob McKillop, terrific coach, who's over 30 years. Got us to a couple of NCAA tournaments, but then he retired. His son is now the head coach, and they're trying to find that success that we saw under Bob McKillop. So obviously it takes time for the new coach. I mean, you have to really learn things as you do it, and Steph wants to bring this program back to the height that we have seen it before. So
I love it. I think it's a good sign that that's where his head is after the NBA. That because there's been a lot of speculation. What's he gonna lean into after his career's over? Is he gonna buy an NBA team? Is he gonna do this? Is he gonna do that? Is he gonna get more into filmmaking or whatever? But it seems like maybe priority one is Davidson, and that would be cool for him to. Obviously now it's an assistant GM, but take on a bigger role at some point, maybe even an athletic director or something like that would be super cool. So maybe that's the.
I would love to see him coach.
Right. I mean, that would be incredible, but maybe he doesn't want to.
We've seen it work out for several, but
I would guess this is a bridge to whatever it is he wants to do when he's done playing, and maybe that is coaching, maybe whatever he envisions himself doing there. But he gets to do whatever he wants to do there. He gets to tell him what job he wants. Are they going to turn him down? Max, you got any parters?
Yeah, I got two. First, if the Yankees off season was bad, it's getting worse for them because I saw today Garrett Cole is done for the year as he is going to get surgery on torn right UCL. So he is done for the rest of the year. So if losing Juan Soto was big, I have a feeling this one just made it a little more worse than it was beforehand. So
I still think this Yankees rotation can be solid, but that's a big loss. Losing your ace, losing your tried and true number one guy, and I mean that is tough. I mean you count on Cole to set the foundation. That's an enormous loss for the Yankees. I still think they'll be fine, but I mean losing Cole is a certainly a sizable blow.
I feel like they're gonna if they have a good enough season going towards the trade deadline, they're gonna make a move to make sure that team gets there because they still have a really solid all around team. They do. It's just losing Juan Soto and now losing Garrett Cole for the season is going to be interesting.
Right.
They've lost
so I mean, you have I mean, you still have Max Fried. You have Carlos Rodon, Marcus Stroman. It's not bad, but it takes a hit for sure. It takes a hit.
Well, I mean, I mean, Max Fried is capable of being the number one pitcher for a rotation, and we saw him do it while he was.
It just bumps everybody down a line. It really where it really hurts you is that depth. Because now when somebody gets hurt, the guy you're bringing in instead of.
Because really, that rotation for the Yankees before Garrett was injured really had two aces. Because Max Fried is good.
But
Schmidt,
one thing about it happening at this time is, it does give them the chance to, if they're in the thick of it at the trade deadline, then go out and get somebody. They can even still go out and sign, somebody who's still on the market at this point, or trade for somebody. So timing is not the worst
it's not terrible. I think for the Yankees, the good news is, yes, like Wes said, they have Max Fried, who's one of the top left-handed pitchers and starters in Major League Baseball these days. So
that pickup looks bigger now.
Yeah, it looks very big, and I'm still hating it to this day. But it does. That is a bigger pickup for them now, and with Garrett Cole going down, and then
he probably got hurt because they started allowing beards. It's karma.
Gotta listen.
And then your second, was.
The second is a big week for the Seattle Seahawks, or maybe not so big of a week. I don't know. They have lost both Geno Smith to the Raiders, DK Metcalf last night to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
But they got Sam Darnold.
They got Sam Darnold. I don't know what to think about this. Sam Darnold had a great season with Minnesota. But I think the reason he's moving on is because I think he knows that JJ McCarthy's stepping in.
I think the last couple of weeks of the regular season and then that playoff game,
Darnold,
he played himself out.
He did not have a great ending to the season, and I think at this stage now,
I think the Jets low key made a good move with Fields though.
They did.
By the way,
I like that move, and it means
Geno to Vegas, which is wild. The scouts are hating Shador apparently,
and then Kenny Pickett's on the move as well from what I heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where's he going?
Cleveland?
Oh, boy.
I believe Cleveland. Yeah.
Cleveland.
That sounds about right.
Wow, Cleveland
This
football
sounds
is
about right.
the future. Wow, yeah.
Add him to the list.
Man,
Bernie Kosar.
I will say,
man,
I agree
but
with Justin.
as a Carolina fan, all the props and all the compliments, congratulations to Sam Darnold for getting paid. Because that guy,
Yeah,
a lot of adversity. I remember all the seeing jokes, or the seeing ghost jokes when he was with the Jets. Then he started off well with the Panthers, but it went south quickly. And to get that opportunity with the Vikings and to excel, it really was probably his last big chance in the league. And he ends up with putting together a terrific year, and he just got paid big bucks by Seattle.
100 mil.
3 years, $100 million.
Yep. I agree with you. Like, he's finally getting paid. I mean, he's a good quarterback. This is the first season where we really saw him have some success. You know, I think really, to be honest, he's part of a rebuild moment now for Seattle.
I think they're going to struggle for a while.
And they're going to struggle for a while.
I mean, other than Smith and Jigba, I'm not sure who else they have in terms of targets for him to throw
much.
To.
They don't have much. They're in rebuild mode. They're gonna try and grab some draft picks.
But hey, I ain't got time for all this NFL offseason.
Well, I do have one more parting thought, which is not pro football, but a much more appreciated sport in terms of these guys aren't getting paid as much as the pro athletes. They're playing with all heart. Talking about championship week. And congratulations to the Wofford Terriers there dancing. They knocked out Furman in the Southern Conference title game.
Yeah. Somewhere someone is talking themselves into taking Wofford to the Sweet 16, and you shouldn't do that. They're not good. They won that tournament, but they're not good.
No,
I'm
not.
Miles Garrett, which we had mentioned.
I picked him in 19. I got burned big time. I don't want to get burned again.
And this is not that 19 Wofford team. That tournament got shaken all up. It was like number 5 against number 6 in the championship game. It was crazy. All right, I've got a parting thought. Bringing it back local. We get rid of that. There we go. We paid tribute the other night to Jay Wendell. They're having a cancer awareness day in tribute to Jay. And I believe to support the Wendell family as well. Saturday at the Nest, they got 2 baseball games lined up. I guess Paul the Sixth is coming in from somewhere or another, and they're going to play Bluffton first at noon, and then the Seahawks at 2:30. They'll have tailgates, food trucks, concessions, and they're raising money. So great cause there, and should be a good day for baseball. So if you're on Hilton Head this weekend and want to catch some high school baseball and support a great cause and honor Jay Wendell, one of the great ones in our community, be a great time to do it. So, all right, boys, great show tonight. Enjoyed it. We had great guests. We had our super awesome friend Jeff Riley and our buddy Bracken Lambert to help us remember what was a great season for USCB men's basketball. And then we had coaches Dante Stevenson and Paul Lagan and the sharpshooter Isla Lagan from the 10U Bluffton All-Star State Champs. Congrats as well to the 8U State Champs. We'll get you an interview one of these days, but your bedtime's probably not late enough yet to stay up for our show. So maybe in a couple of years. But thanks to everybody who was a part of it. Thanks to everybody who showed up to listen or watch. Thanks, of course, to our sponsors. And we'll be back to do it presumably again tomorrow night. For Wes Kerr and Max Araj, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.
The Loco Sports Lowdown podcast is a production of Loco Media LLC and LowcoSports.com, an independent media outlet providing grassroots local sports coverage in the South Carolina Lowcountry. We are sustained by community support from sponsors and patrons like you. Get in the game with a monthly pledge of $1 or more at patreon.com/LowcoSports to keep us going and growing. Go Loco.